motion to approve tonight's agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
A motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, ayes have it. Okay. In your packet, you have the minutes from the July 20th meeting. I'll give everybody a minute to look over those, and when Bill, if you looked over those, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay, I would like to introduce into evidence for this meeting the City of St. Genevieve Municipal Code and the design guidelines for the St. Genevieve National Register Historic District, and all of the information included with each request submitted for new business tonight.
Make a motion to approve the evidence.
I'll second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay, old business. First up is the 2023 HPF grant. That's our mobile app walking tour grant. We received 5 audio clips that they did for us and prepared. They're currently being reviewed. I know the city administrator was listening to them today. As a matter of fact, when we get those completed, we'll send those to the Historic Preservation Office or SHPO and have them reviewed and approved. So we're moving right along with that process and getting that walking tour complete. So that's good news. On our 2026 HPF grant, which is the GIS data layer update, we received notice. We were waiting to receive notice from DNR. After I typed this and got it all sent out, we actually received the notice that we did get approved. So what the next step is the DNR has to sign off on that. So when they do the official sign off, then they'll actually give the true official notice. And then as far as when the funds will come, because it's also tied to federal dollars, we don't know a date yet. So, but we did get good news that we will be receiving that. So that's a good thing. We can keep going with funding and get some work done. What that does is that puts all this information of things like we do here every month into our GIS layer, so that when you pull it up, you'll be able to pull up all this information that you all review and approve, and that way everybody can see it's available for everybody. So next up is new business. So tonight our first case is a request for a certificate of appropriateness for the installation of vinyl windows in place of wood windows at 108 North 4th Street. And Cheryl, I think, is here, correct? Yeah, Cheryl Davis is here. She's the owner, and she submitted such request. You can see in your packet the application, my review showing what's there at the property, verifying it does have wood windows, and kind of gives you a picture there of what the current structure looks like. And she's here to discuss this with you and request for that replacement.
Come on up. Sure.
I'll go. I don't know what to do.
I'll just come on up. That way if anybody has any questions, they can ask you. And I can empathize with you. I hate cleaning windows too.
I can't.
I can empathize with you. I don't like cleaning windows either.
Okay.
They're hard. I agree. This is an old picture of the house.
Yeah.
A little bit older.
Yeah, that's actually the one that's on the
Right, right. It's before it was that.
Right.
I think it was rehab. But
Do you have any pictures of the windows themselves?
No, I didn't bring that with me.
so most of the windows in it currently, last time I was there was right before they sold it, are all functional windows, correct?
No.
No.
Some of them don't open. Some of them are very hard to open. Some of them, when put up, won't stay open. And it's just very hard to work under those conditions.
Are they weighted windows?
Yeah.
They have the cord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. I know. When they redid it, they replaced some of the cords in the...
And they're very inefficient.
You considered putting good quality storm windows on?
I can't,
Have you considered putting, instead of replacing them, putting a good quality storm window on it?
they have storm windows.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But even with that, you can, in the wintertime, you can put your hand up to the window and it's really cold and air comes in and they're just not efficient at all.
you know, my stance on, if you replace them, would you consider replacing them with wood windows as opposed to vinyl?
I would rather do vinyl because vinyl would be much easier for me for the upkeep.
But speaking from experience, in about 10 years, you'll be replacing them again. Your vinyl windows will not hold up. They don't, I have a house that I did that to 10 years after I put them in. Now I needed 31 more new windows, which I can't afford to do.
Well,
Yeah.
right.
And vinyl windows will have a very short life because that house is still moving. It moves with the wind and they warp and you won't get them open or closed and they're not appropriate for the house.
But my sister, who lives in the historic district, she was approved for vinyl windows.
When was this?
I'm sorry,
Do you know what year that was?
2009.
That was before this board was in.
And she still has them without any issues.
I mean, maybe she got lucky. I for one won't approve vinyl windows.
You won't approve it?
Not vinyl windows. I'm just completely against vinyl windows. It's just, we have to keep up the architectural.
Well, they would look the same as what's there now. I mean, it's the same type of window that is there now.
I understand.
I haven't checked it out, but I would assume that wood windows are probably more expensive than vinyl, which would be a great cost to me.
But wood windows require regular maintenance.
Right.
Often homeowners don't realize that, and those windows have probably not been maintained properly and painted and all that over the years.
Well,
and that degradation is caused by owner neglect.
I just bought the home, so that wouldn't be my issue. I mean, that wasn't my fault.
Right. And I mean, I know the people who lived there previously, and they did an amazing job with their restoration.
The cords are broken.
And those can be replaced.
Yeah, they can be replaced at a cost. And the windows are, some of them are very dirty. I can't clean them because I'm older and widowed, and I can't maintain them.
Right. I understand. And then, I mean, not sounding mean, but unfortunately, when we buy in that historic district, there's certain things that come with that.
Well, that's true.
And that's like I said earlier, that's what we have to do. We have to maintain the architectural integrity of the downtown area.
I can understand that.
And vinyl windows don't do that.
They were approved for my sister.
That was, like I said, that was a board previous to this one.
So it's a no from everybody. Are you the only one? Are you the only one who weighs in on this?
No. Everybody has a way in on it. I mean, of course. So.
I really don't think it's going to hurt the look of the home for being in the historic district. I really don't.
So the way a house is registered is how many contributing features of the home still exist. Windows are a contributing feature. So by removing them with modern windows, you lose the features that contribute.
But if I put in wooden windows and new windows, wouldn't that be...
Well, that's why I asked
changing
if you had any photographs, because to even approve that, we need evidence that the windows have deteriorated. And by what you're describing, they've warped, they've aged, it sounds like they've been poorly maintained, but it's not a description of deteriorated windows.
So what would you need to see? What would these pictures need to show? The cords are
If there's
broken?
rot, if there's broken sills or sashes, aprons, things like that. Right now, it sounds like it's an aesthetic and a comfort issue, not an architectural issue.
It's not just that. well, you say comfort. In the wintertime, it's very cold. When the heat's on, it's fine, but as soon as the heat goes off, it's very cold in there. In the summertime, when the air's on, it's fine. Then it's hot in there. And that's more than just comfort, that's living conditions.
That's a historic house. It's not the windows that are going to change that. Because of the way a historic house is built, it's designed to breathe. You're not going to get a solid building envelope like you would with a modern house.
If I got windows that are more up to date and meet
You
the,
still have gaping holes in the rest of the house. You're putting a patch on a single problem.
but I think windows would help a lot.
And I understand that, and I fully get it. I fully get it. But there's nothing we can do because it does not meet the requirements. We cannot approve vinyl windows in a historic contributing structure.
That's amazing that you can't do that when 9 years ago my sister could. I know you're a different board, but under the same circumstances, hers was approved.
I can't speak to that, though. She may have had deterioration. The board, different boards have different standards
Okay,
they
so
adhere to.
if I came with pictures showing whatever you want to see, then maybe it would be approved for vinyl, or it still wouldn't be
Yeah,
approved
if
then?
there's rot, if there's damage, if these windows cannot be salvaged, then we could consider and discuss.
But with
other
the whole frame of the
alternatives.
window, they basically would be, it'd have to be structurally, everything removed, the sills, everything, and then built back up to fit another window.
Yeah, you can't just swap out the sashes for vinyl. The whole thing has to be removed.
Can you do that with wood?
Yeah, you can have wood sashes built to
Right.
fit.
And the wood will adapt to the wood that's there on either side. They're designed to be built with each other. And they take that into account when measuring and ordering the windows, the way they're going to be installed properly.
I think at this point, reaching out to a conservator, because windows are a skill set, will give you a lot more information and understanding of your windows. A lot of times windows stick because someone's painted the sills. That's it. Because they're designed to slide wood on wood and you keep that wood oiled. If somebody put paint on it, that's what causes it to stick and not open. So talking to a conservator will give you a better idea of what options you have.
Well, someone mentioned to me also that maybe if I did just the front windows in wood and the side and the back on vinyl, that wouldn't be acceptable either.
We've approved that in situations where the windows have deteriorated.
Okay.
If the windows are visible from the street on a historic structure, they have to be the historic windows for the house.
Okay. So if I was to bring you pictures, I would bring them at your next meeting? But I'll be out of town then, so I can't do that.
We can table your request until you bring us other pictures if you would like. But the core thing is wood windows should be replaced with wood windows.
I would strongly reach out to a conservator. A lot of them will do a consultation for free.
And who, I don't have any idea.
If
who
you
that
go
is.
through the SHPO office, they keep a list of conservators.
What office?
The State Historic Preservation Office. So if you just go on their website, they'll have a list of approved conservators. There's one in Cape Girardeau, North Star.
We can get her that.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
we-
You can give me that information.
He'll take care of
Yeah.
getting your
I'll
information.
get you that information.
Yeah, a lot of them will do a consultation for free and they can walk you through options to work with what you have, repairs, etc. And I'm sure like North Star, for example, will give you a bid summary of what they would say needs to be done. That's evidence that I would submit with my application.
Okay, if I keep the existing windows now and all these cords are broken, I know they can be replaced, but that's at a cost also. But that doesn't mean that my windows are still going to, like I said, I cannot clean them. I just can't do that from the outside. I can't even see through some of them clearly, they're so bad. So it's still wood for all around the house. Okay.
So are we tabling this?
Would you like us to table this until you provide more information?
Yes, please.
I move we table this until we get more information.
Second.
Motion to table until we receive more information. Second?
Can we be more specific, like a reasonable time frame, what we're expecting from her so she knows?
Oh,
In the next 2 months, do you feel that you should get
She
that?
can't make the next meeting, she said,
Yeah.
so.
I can check, because I am going to be out of town in October also. I may not be here for that
Well,
either.
why don't you coordinate with,
Yeah. I'll get you the info and you let me know what meeting you're making on them. We'll make sure you get on that
Okay.
agenda.
But if I was to place them with wood, I wouldn't have to get approval, correct?
No, you'd still have to.
You still have to get
I
approval.
still have to get approval? But it's wood for wood, same
Yes.
windows.
Because it's a contributing feature. It has to go through
Okay,
HBC.
okay. If you could give me, when can I get that information from
I'll
you?
get it together tomorrow. So if you give me some time in the morning to put it together, I'll get that info.
And then how would I get it?
How would you like me to send it?
I mean-
I can email it. I can put it up front here for you to pick up, however you.
Okay, maybe up front would be good.
Okay, I'll do that and then I'll just call you when I got it ready.
Okay.
Okay.
And of course, you have my phone number right there. on
Yes,
that.
yep, got it right here. So I have a motion and a second to table the issue until she gets the information on what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Okay? So, motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The next order of business is a certificate of appropriateness to construct a new secondary home at 296 South Main Street. And the owners of those properties are here before you,
Hey, guys.
up at the podium now. In your packet is the application, request, and let me get to it. Sorry, my report. And on this particular lot, this has an existing house on it already. So there's some information about that that was pulled from the National Register of Historic Places, which is also on our website. My review of that and staff recommendation to forward it here before you all. And then a picture of a home similar to what they want to construct on the property.
So this is how the property sits now. And this is with that structure on it.
Correct. So if we actually look at the aerial map,
Yeah.
so you can see the red roofed house there. You can see the garage behind it. And then this garage with the car in
Right.
front of it is that garage.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna,
it's actually going to face Seraphim?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Oh, actually,
No, no, Main Street, sorry. Yeah.
Seraphim,
yes, it will face South Main. Also, do you have the other picture for the smaller house?
Yes.
This is actually, two different ones. One is an empty lot there.
Correct.
As you can see, we're hoping.
That's the next one. Yeah, we got
Okay.
two items going on here.
Okay, let me,
Sit here.
I wrote my stuff down so that due to the pressure, I don't fumble my words and forget something. Members of the Heritage Commission, the last time my wife and I were before you, we were seeking permission to take on the Dufour house, one of the oldest houses in St. John, built around 1790. It was in extremely bad condition, and we were given the opportunity to restore it. We put our own money, time, effort into it to bring it back to its former glories, which we believe we've done. It was on last year's historic house tour, and hundreds of people came to see it and seemed shocked at the difference, especially the people who had seen it before, and seemed to be very impressed. We've also had hundreds of guests, or roughly a little over 100 guests, stay in it, and it's a big hit. The people seem to like it a lot. We want to begin our current request by saying that we understand and respect the purpose of this commission. We understand that St. Genevieve is different from other towns, and that what makes this community special is something. Oh no, I lost my spot. I really did. I touched it and it disappeared. Okay, just about 2 seconds. That what makes this community special is something that cannot simply be rebuilt once it's gone. We have tried to demonstrate that we believe in that same mission through the work we have already done here. We have taken multiple properties in and around the historic downtown area that were neglected and in poor condition, and invested our own money, time, and effort into turning them into beautiful homes that we believe add to the character of St. Genevieve. We do this because we believe these buildings in this town are worth preserving and believe the work we have done demonstrates that. What we're asking for tonight is the opportunity to continue that same philosophy on the vacant lots we own along the outer edge of the historic area. We're asking to place a couple of very small homes there, not large modern buildings, not something that would overwhelm the historic streetscape, but carefully designed small houses that can be made to complement the scale, character, and appearance of the surrounding neighborhood. The city's own historic guidelines recognize that new construction can be appropriate when it's compatible in mass, scale, and form with the historic buildings around it. We believe these small homes can actually help accomplish that goal by putting attractive, maintained residences on lots that are currently empty. We are not asking the commission to abandon its standards, just to work with us to find a way to apply those standards to a project that can add housing, improve vacant property, and continue the revitalization we have already started. We hope you will trust in us to do this. Now I'll take any questions you guys have about these.
What's the square, all right, on the one we're talking about, what's the square footage on this?
Can I see the picture?
It's the bigger
That one is 32 foot wide by, I think, 16 foot thick, like depth. 32 the way you're seeing it, but that is negotiable. You know, if you guys wanted something different, we could change that.
Does that include the porch?
That includes the porch. The porch is figured into the house's width.
At 16?
I'm
sorry.
I have stuff here. That's not sounding right to me now. No, I don't have it on. Or yeah, I do.
And the reason I was asking that, is it go with code?
That's 512 including the porch.
Right. I didn't know
16
what
by
we did.
32.
Specific size.
Let me see. Okay, I have the dimensions here.
How much is
It
it?
appears.
Is this a prefab or a kit home?
It says that one is 14 by 32,
14.
but that don't seem like it would include the porch. Even though they said it did, it just don't sound right.
That gets pretty narrow if it
Right, if it's
includes the
included.
It
porch.
would be pretty narrow. But like I said, that can, these buildings are ordered and they come in a wide array of sizes, so that could be changed.
So just, I don't know if you heard the question that he asked. So Commissioner Buckeye asked about the size requirements, because we do have, and the code does also recognize, both our municipal code and the building code recognize what is now referred to as tiny homes, correct? So, however, we can't allow tiny homes in this area because it's not zoned for tiny homes.
Okay.
Now, that doesn't mean tiny is not a relative term as being small.
Sure.
Because you can still have a small home as long as it meets all the minimum size requirements for living spaces.
Sure.
And the only way to do that, for me to check that under the building code, would be I have to have a floor plan to do that. So I want the commission to understand that if the approval was done tonight, that's not an approval to construct.
Yes, it's an approval to get the plans to you and come back, basically.
Agreed.
Well, we could do that, depends on what they decide, but you will have to meet the minimum square footage requirements for living spaces, and depending on what design you end
Yes, sir.
up with there, not knowing, you know, because like I said, being 7 foot narrow width wise, I don't think that's probably the right number.
14? It was
14 overall though, but you take the front porch
Take the
off.
porch off, sure.
You're
Yeah,
looking
that,
for- let's
like,
say-
I'm thinking that can't be right, because I've been in the house and it's big. It's at least 16 just on the
I
inside.
was gonna say, it's probably 16 plus the porch.
Yeah, I don't know why those numbers, why I even have those
More
numbers there.
for our input on design versus the square footage and the rest of the things, permits that still need to be taken care of. Is that, okay.
Will you be putting these on foundation
Yes.
Yes,
Or will it be crawl space?
Concrete pad.
concrete.
Concrete pad?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it'll be a slab.
Or concrete,
Crushed stone or something.
concrete foundation, like the wrap or the lines that run through,
Yeah,
that's like, that comes in rows.
Crawl space.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And one property, the one that you just showed me, that is, it's a big lot, bigger than the ones around it, with plenty of room to be split. We can split it into a different lot if need be, whichever would be easier, or just consider it an added building.
There's multiple ways to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, that's your decision on what you want to go after.
Okay.
The way it is kind of right now, it's a secondary home to that other one. And all that is terminology just from a planning perspective. It really means nothing other than those two houses are on the same lot. The existing structure is what we're going to refer to as the main structure. This will be secondary structure.
Sure.
If the lot gets split, we have to have certain size square footage of lot, and I'm not sure that we're going to quite get there with this minimum square footage and the minimum sizes. So, and the time you put all the setbacks, because that will make where this wants to go a true corner lot, even though this is still a corner lot. If you make that, then that corner setback gets a whole lot closer to this house.
Sure.
So, again, it's your choice.
Okay.
And really that is secondary after because, you got to find out if this is going to go allowed in the historic district before we proceed from there.
Mm-hmm.
But either way we go there, the commission will know that those requirements will be met one way or the other.
Understood.
But they do meet the requirements as we're looking at it right now as a secondary home. It will meet the requirements.
Yes, sir.
So what is the siding on this gonna look like?
But, see, that's what I was gonna say. I wish the picture was a little more,
Yeah.
a little more
It's like
clear so we can
cedar
see.
siding.
Yeah, it
Or like
is, or like a faux wood, or it might be real wood. It could be,
Is it more like a lap siding, or is it like a?
Is it lap
chip
siding or just CDX plywood type
ply?
siding?
Right.
You have a manufacturer's picture,
It's probably
same lines.
it's CDX.
I've seen the other one, and I hope it's not that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that vertical.
yeah, because that's not
It's faux, I believe, but that could be changed.
It's what, I'm sorry.
Fake, like, I believe it's fake.
What's its visual? Is it lap siding? Is
Yeah,
it?
its visual is lap.
Is it?
Lap wood, yes.
And
Yeah.
it's made to look like a log, like a log home.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, very good, thanks.
And that'll be a later design issue once we get the other
Right,
stuff taken
tentative
care of.
approval or whatever.
Yeah.
And this wouldn't be a B&B.
Oh, and that
Either.
was my next question, thank you.
No, this would be a house for our son.
Okay, so it's long-term rental, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, long
I
term.
don't know if you have the pictures with the shrubs and all. We plan on making it look good.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Yeah, and I really appreciate what you guys are doing, bring additional housing to the
Thank you.
neighborhood and whatnot. And,
Any further on this first one?
I mean,
Anything further on the design on this first one?
I kind
I
don't like it.
I like
like
that. I
it.
think that if it fits, the other things, the style of house fits very well.
yeah, it's kind of prairie.
We thought so.
And with the proper
We
materials
shopped around a lot to try to
and the
find
proper,
the right thing for the
and the
property.
proper size,
Is,
this looks like it will fit right into that neighborhood.
We thought so too.
no, is that standing seam roof, or is it the, what I term barn metal?
I don't think it's standing seam because that's more of like a higher end metal.
Right.
I think it's your standard, like you said, barn metal. Yeah, it's not standing seam, I'm certain. Because that would have popped out to me at the time if it was.
I mean,
I was a roofer for a long time, and that's pretty good stuff.
But it looks to me like it's the, what I call a faux standing seam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
But it
yeah.
could also be shingles too. this is a pre-built building, like that's a real building I took a picture of, but they'll also build one just like it, different, if we need be.
Whatever
Customized to what you want.
options you want.
Whatever dimensions, whatever, yeah, just whatever we
I
need.
personally like the tin roof, but
Yeah, I would say that definitely looking at the roof there, it's not your generic run of the lower grade
no, right.
barn metal.
No, right.
Right.
Yeah, it's a nice looking
Yeah.
roof as pictured.
Right.
And I think that fits
Yeah, I think.
really well.
Nice.
And the 296 house has the red tin roof to it.
Yeah.
And then our property next to the 288, that has a
Yeah.
metal roof to it.
The
also.
old
And that's
Old
standing
metal.
seam.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, I really like the way this looks.
yeah,
So do we.
so,
I mean,
do we want to discuss the other one now? The other house, or vote on just
Why don't we
this
just do
one?
one at a time? I mean, I would give this a tentative approval.
Yeah, I think you can move through.
Except for Whitney.
What?
And I know what she's gonna say. Go.
I want to see the lap siding
Yeah,
to match, and then I want the setback to match the
Yeah.
other structure on the property.
yeah, I
Which
think,
seems pretty similar to the rest of the
we're
house.
almost premature here,
the one-
kind of helping with design.
Yeah. Sure.
We need to be closer to other things before we revisit it.
Sure.
So I don't really believe there's anything specifically in the zoning code that requires the secondary home to be up even with that, because once this is there, it won't be split off. So it can't be split off and sold.
Right, so it's
So,
always gonna be two homes on one
yeah,
lot.
it'll have, I guess in other words, it needs to have the appearance that it's a secondary
So
home,
that's-
not the,
So
yeah.
the setback has to be farther.
Yeah, it doesn't specifically say that, but the interior
How much
guidelines.
farther?
I was gonna say,
You
you
can-
can send it all the way back. to
but
where-
here's the thing.
We'd like to. There's a lot of room. It just goes back so far. We was hoping to be able to move it back so that, I think it needs to be 25 both ways.
Yeah, that is
From
correct.
from,
Well, there is an exception in that if the other homes along through there are closer than that, you can take advantage of being as close up as they are. But I think 25 feet there, I think you're about there with that other house. So, you know, if the commission so deems it necessary that it needs to be up that way, then so be it. I mean, there's, like I said, there's not a specific requirement for that, so.
I just. So you have down this street, all of these setbacks are pretty similar.
Right, but they're all, if you're saying with it being here, the shows secondary.
Here.
Sit back here.
Just to give you.
That, okay, no, that I'm fine with. I just didn't want it,
Oh, you didn't want it right up the street.
right, because you have the sight line and I didn't want to break the sight line.
Oh, okay.
Dyslexic today.
you can see that it looks like, I think this line is the minimal flood zone where it's, like, the waters don't
Yeah,
reach up here.
you're out, yeah.
No, they
Yeah.
were sitting back.
I'm not even gonna ask what I was asking, because it's probably a silly question.
Now I'm with you. Yep, totally on
Are you
board.
satisfied? Okay.
Here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would recommend tentative approval.
Yeah,
pending,
tentative approval, and maybe bring it back to us when we're ready to look at the
Layout.
final roofing, the
Well,
siding,
that's
all of
from-
those things.
For us, so much not the layout, for us, it's more the exterior roofing, siding.
But you like that? You think that's a good fit with what's there now?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the big porch on it. I mean,
Yeah, it all fits perfectly.
Yeah, it's an attractive look.
And so is it more, what we still need to discuss is the floor plan, I guess, the layout, or?
Well, that's
None of our
entirely
not
up to
us.
Okay.
This is fine.
And only thing that, like, he would have to be concerned with would be like, square footage.
Right.
Sure. So it needs to,
I'll need the layout for me to move forward building wise. What they're needing is, you know, we talked about the siding, so they want to see, an example, even if it's
Just a picture.
piece of paper from the manufacturer showing what that siding is.
okay,
It doesn't have to be a hard sample, but
Sure.
if you got that, that's great too. But if not that, and maybe even the metal you can pick the style of metal that you're gonna, that's matching that so that we can kind of see that.
Bring those back to us for a final.
Okay, we want to make sure we have bring the right things back that you like. So that there, if that is a plastic or whatever it's made out of, is that okay, or do I need to make it wood?
Oh,
The siding?
the side?
Yeah, I tapped on that siding and it's not real wood, I don't think.
I would,
Be okay either way? Because I want to bring in what you guys want.
It is a new
it is a
build.
new build, you're right. As much as I hate plastic.
I know, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Of course, the house across the street has vinyl siding on it.
Yeah.
But
So,
I don't
okay.
know if you remember what that looked like
Oh,
previously.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we
It
remember it.
looks pretty nice now.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That William guy did a good job.
But, I mean, yeah, it's new construction, so I really don't know.
Yeah, I think as long as visually, it's not something wild compared to the rest of the neighborhood.
Okay, so if I get you guys like an aerial diagram, like a blueprint, and then a parts list kind of thing?
Well, really, ultimately, it sounds like what they're asking for is like a detail sheet that you can get from the lumberyard or wherever you're getting your materials from. Even this place that makes them, if they're providing that, they could provide that to you.
Well, like the one that is on the building?
Correct.
Because I have a picture of that.
If that's what you're gonna use.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, the measurements on it.
Well, we're not,
But the measurements is something, we are only concerned about the visual.
Yeah.
Like how does it look?
Okay, yeah, my bad. Gotcha.
So-
Yeah, I have that here. That's what I've been, let me just show you what I do have, and then you tell me what you think. That. I may approach.
You may.
Take a look at that. That is the sheet that it was on the building. I don't know if it has everything you need on it. You can zoom it and read any of the smaller stuff.
It does look vertical.
Yeah. Yeah, the one behind it has that line. This looks like vertical board and batten. And I'd be okay with board and batten if it's actual board and batten.
Yeah, if
Faux
it's like a 4x sheet of plywood that looks like something,
Yeah.
not that.
Yeah.
If it's gonna have,
Like a lot of sheds had that siding on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think yeah.
We'd rather, really wouldn't.
yeah,
Not that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just, I mean,
That can be fixed. I could change that easily.
and it should be,
oh, go ahead.
plywood, tie back, and then the siding.
Did you want to see?
yeah, I mean, yeah, he can see, he's the voter, I just wanted to see.
It looks like board and, like actual board and, well,
Yeah,
you know.
and it's, yeah, but
So is that one looking more like that?
Yeah, this is what we don't want.
Yeah, is that what that kinda looks
No,
like?
it looks like the,
It's got the extra board piece
yeah,
up
like the
inside it.
actual.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, and you'll have to work that with
Yeah.
him and then bring everything back to us
Okay.
when you get the final. And the thing is the rules are pretty tight, so by the time you have a couple of meetings, you'll have everything you need that
Okay.
us, and I think it won't be a problem with the materials. Now, on to the,
So can I?
Wait, so we got a motion here.
okay,
You moved?
I move that we accept the basic look of this house pending size requirements, setbacks, approvals, and materials on the exterior of the house to be presented at a later time.
I'll second.
I think so. I'm just confused why we're making them come back.
Well,
Because we don't, I mean, I don't think we have enough
we
information.
need to see some of these
Exactly.
materials and stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
And they can be done, they don't necessarily have to appear, they can provide those.
I could just come in and bring that and bring it up front and.
You could what they're saying is you could bring them to me
Yeah.
and I could bring them to,
Yeah, because you're.
I don't have to do a meeting for that.
You wouldn't have to, as long as you can bring the materials to him.
Okay.
Present the materials to us and say, yep.
Wonderful.
They'll have presented a whole finished
you won't have
package
to
to us.
feedback.
right.
Okay.
And you wouldn't need to be here because he's not going to present something to us that's not right.
Okay.
Okay. And then for you, so we're wanting to see, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, either a lap siding or true board and batten and a metal roof.
Correct.
Sure. Understood.
And lap siding can be,
Can be composite
okay,
or metal, but it needs to be like,
It needs-
Like-
it has to have a similar reveal. So the width of the panels needs to be similar to what the other houses on the street have.
Right. Okay, because if that, you're saying like not the panel, the sheet panel that's made to look like something, not that.
Not that.
Because I think that's might be what that specific one is.
Okay.
Now that doesn't mean the one I put up will be that. Yeah, well, I probably wouldn't have went with that anyway. So,
Like one property has clapboard, the old clapboard,
Yeah,
but the 296 has like a masonite siding on
That's,
it.
yeah.
It's
That
probably,
type of situation, that's really thin and, yeah.
that's probably over flat siding.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then there's vinyl across the street, so it's kind of like a mix of everything.
okay, so I'll stay in touch with who?
me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep,
Okay.
nope, you're fine.
Works here.
He works here.
Who works there?
yeah, you're gonna have a lot of meetings with him and
Okay.
Okay.
get to know each other really well.
Okay.
So on this one, I've got a motion and I've got a second. And it's to bring me, I say us, for me to bring to you all at the next available meeting when I get the materials, which is I'll bring back a full package showing that it meets the requirements for everything else related to city items. And then we'll have a materials examples for exterior materials, siding, roofing material. Is there anything else that needs to be added to that?
One question I did have.
I think the porch is fine.
Huh?
Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
as long as
What's the
the,
porch made of?
yeah, the wood.
Wood.
It is wood.
Mm-hmm.
I was just
Yeah.
curious.
Okay,
Okay,
so motion second,
Aye.
Aye.
all in favor, okay. All right. That being done, we'll go to the next one, which is a certificate of appropriateness to construct a new home on the vacant lot between 288 and 296 South Main Street,
Yes,
which are the same owners before you now.
Okay.
In this one, only the difference is, as you said, it is already its own lot.
Right. Did you by chance come up with a different looking building? Yes. It took, I mean, I'm sorry, because to me it just looks like a shed.
Yes, we can definitely, it's long,
Yeah.
but it's small that way, but it's long depth. But yes, we could absolutely do any kind of different building.
Have you seen the shotgun houses that are going up?
Yeah,
Something like that, the appearance on the front would be perfect. And then it'd still have your footprint, but not this.
and then stay at the same time, and same thing, maybe just stay in touch with you and show you the stuff and the materials.
and it's like, the deck on this, the other one compared to this one, just having that finish on the deck with the rails.
Yeah.
Just finishing that out, even this format, but also maybe looking at this front of this in your design to maybe so that it doesn't look like a storage that somebody picked up from Lowe's.
Sure. You know, she didn't like that one. I did it because it's for my, it's for my mom and she wanted lofts. And that one has a loft in front and in back.
Yeah.
And once you're inside, you're like, that's awesome. That's the only reason I picked that for the pictures.
You
But I
can
could
do a
absolutely-
camelback shotgun and that would fit. You'd have the loft space.
Or even,
I'm gonna have to get
Yeah.
that term from you, make sure and write it down so that I can look that up.
Okay.
What that is.
But, and then the siding on this, that's the siding we're talking about that we no go. It's
Okay.
flat with the grooves in it.
Yeah, that's just plywood, or CDX,
Yeah.
and it's,
Oh, yuck, I hate it. Yeah,
So if you do the lap siding,
Agreed.
batten, or any of that,
Yeah,
it would be
yeah.
okay.
sure.
it needs that little bit of upgrade.
Yeah.
And like, even, oh, well, you said you went lofts. I was gonna tell them about the one down in, Washington, 3rd Street.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Talking about shotguns.
Yeah,
They just
some of
built
that.
that one over there.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
yeah,
But I
so,
mean,
maybe look around a couple of those houses.
I know they're
maybe their
building some of
buildings-
those in town, like Joe Steiger, some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think a little more homework there, and I don't see a problem with it, once it meets the city requirements.
Sure.
For size and setback,
Yeah.
and then bring the same integrity to this one as the other one.
Understood. So you're working with us on it, and we appreciate that, so.
Oh, yeah, I mean, why not do something to vacant lots here in town? You know?
Sure,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, already have a housing issue in town, so.
And with it being a new build, we get a lot more fluidity, which is great. We don't have to be so.
Yeah.
And it will bring up, I believe these will, like adding new houses that look good will bring up the value of that whole
Right.
entire area.
Yep.
Not long ago, it was not great. Before we got 296 and 288, they weren't being done anything with, and the house across was terrible. And he got that one fixed up, and it's all just house by house, it's getting better in that general area.
Yep.
And you know how neighborhoods are, they kind of spreads, you know, bad parts, and then the other parts become bad, and it's, I don't know, it's weird. If we could solve that problem, you know, there wouldn't be slums, maybe, I don't know.
The only problem we have is the trailer's still existing on that street.
And they're slowly going away.
Yeah, so they're working their way out, they sure are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the ones right across the street aren't terrible.
The ones that are left really
I
aren't.
took several down. They were pretty rough.
Sometimes they look better than others, you know. Sometimes they look good for a few months, then they'll look bad for a few months. Strange. Somebody gets a wild hair and just starts cleaning up, and then it'll be good for a little while.
Do you need a motion to allow them to put something on that? Or
It's up to you if you kind of want to do the same,
the same way?
essential same approval. I mean, I can bring all that stuff back, because really, I mean, this is actually, from a planning and zoning perspective, this one has a lot more flexibility with it, because if the lot's already there, it's existing, they just got to meet the plain setbacks. Where the other one, you know, we have to have it designated as the secondary home and all that stuff.
Is that what they call it?
Similar, yeah.
Again, it's as long as it meets the building code requirements and they satisfy, if it's gonna have the same requirements as materials, for the exterior, and you wanna make that, then we'll have those things brought before you.
So I guess, make motion for tentative approval. Pending all of your stuff. Everything you said, and then our approval of the, I guess, the
So we want,
exterior.
Of exterior materials at
And the
the time that the plan is finalized.
Yeah.
Do you want us to bring physical copies in so we can get you some samples, or do you just want us to get a description and writing and?
No,
picture?
Yeah.
Pictures work really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
As long as
you
it's a
Well, this is why we'll stay in touch.
not only on a building, but the raw material picture.
Right.
So we know that it's, that, you know, if it's a stack of siding, it's different than a bunch of 4x8 sheets of ply siding.
Right.
So we,
For sure.
Okay, so motion and a second, to bring back before this commission the entire approved package from the city's point of view as far as planning, zoning, and building, and then, exterior features, siding, roofing, maybe porch decking material, on this particular one, and we'll bring that before you at the next meeting.
Yeah, and we want to nix the gambrel roof
Correct.
and go with
yeah.
Another.
an A-frame or something.
Yeah. Okay.
On the second picture.
That's
On the
the
second.
Yeah.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Whatever she would like.
Sure. And, I'll just get you have a card or something?
Oh, yes, definitely, oh, yeah, yeah.
Is there measurement, dimension or measurement requirements on that second house, or should we just talk about that
Well,
later?
so if you get me, so you need to, what you'll need to submit to me for actual determination if it meets the building code or not, and it's not trying to slide into that tiny home scenario, is I'll need a floor plan layout. So, I get a floor plan layout, then I can make sure that that's meeting the minimum building requirements. And then,
Could I know what those are ahead of time, and then I can make sure they're above that and not waste your time?
well, you wouldn't be wasting my time, because I could just take the measurements and figure it out, but each room has its own, so like every bedroom is gonna have its own, minimum requirements, depending on how many you're gonna wanna sleep in there.
Sure.
So, I mean,
Okay, so I'll get you the plan and we'll go from there.
let's do that. So yeah, if you give me, I mean, we've got plenty of timing for the next meeting, so,
These homes were 2 individuals, just themselves. 1 bedroom, 1 bath,
right,
both houses.
right. So,
Watch out here, they're putting more houses up like that, more single-bedroom houses.
yep, they
Yeah, most of
are.
the new shotguns
Yep.
are like that.
Yep. So, it should be fairly easy and straightforward, because you can also, not have you can have what I'm gonna call, what's normally done in like a loft apartment. It's open concept, where the bedroom and living space is all one space, which is allowed by the code, but there's a lot more space that gets involved than when you single off a bedroom. So, what I encourage people to do is show me what you want to do. And if it meets the code, awesome. If we need to tweak it a little bit, I'll help you tweak it to get to the right size. And all we got to do is just, redraw it and make sure that if it's a pre-manufactured building, that they are able to have that size and whatnot from there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so had a motion and a second to gather all that info, including no gamble route. Okay,
Aye.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Very much.
All right, we're gonna head out then.
Appreciate it.
thank you.
you guys very
Thank you. Want my card here?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I got your info, but
I'll take everybody's car. Everybody give me a car.
Give my
so
card.
cell number and everything's on there. Thank you, guys.
Just to look for you. Thanks. Be in touch.
Thank you.
Sooner than later.
Have your people call our people.
Thank you.
So next on the agenda is the administration approvals. I did an attestation of siding replacement of existing vinyl siding with actually wood lap siding to match the siding that was found 3 layers deep on the building at 289 Merchant Street. So they actually didn't request for the same thing. We did an attestation, but it's not like material for like material, but yet it is.
Right.
So-
When you get down 3 layers, it's like material.
Correct, yes. So
And that's what we like to see.
that's what we
Yes.
want, that's right.
Yep.
So happy about that. Any other business? I really have nothing at this point.
Nothing.
And no, the public has left the building, so I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Make the motion
So
to adjourn.
moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.